Welcome, everyone, to Raising Indiana, our weekly podcast on the life and times of Little Indy. Every happiness and hardship, every adventure and challenge, you'll hear about them here, as well as our conversations with pet experts and people we meet on our travels. Tonight, we're honored to have with us Linda Westin. She's the president of Friends of Cookeville, Putnam County Animals, a collaborative effort that's in the process of building a one-of-a-kind, state-of-the-art pet campus. Hello there, Linda. So tell us about your organization.
Okay. I'll be happy to. Actually, our group, the group that I'm involved with, is called Friends of Cookeville, Putnam County Animals, and we are a support group for really lots of different animal entities in our area, the shelter being one of them. So I'm not really a shelter director or qualified to answer a lot of specific shelter questions, but our current shelter is pretty antiquated. I think it was built in the 50s, and it is sadly in need of really a new building. And that's kind of what, when our group formed, our goal was innocently to think that we were going to just help the animal shelter, help get more animals adopted, and by raising a little money, we thought we could do this. And as I think probably lots of other people have learned in trying to help shelters and animal rescue groups, it's so much more than, it's just not simple. It just takes a whole lot of time and effort and people to get involved. So basically our group evolved from being a small group that wanted to just help the shelter to finding out that, gosh, we need to raise awareness. You know, it's a lot of the things that you do on a national basis and do so well that we're doing on a local basis in terms of raising awareness and promoting spay-neuter and promoting shelter adoption and really trying to get people involved, bringing people together to work together to make a better situation for the animals in our community. So the way it's ended up with our shelter is we've worked with our city and county. They fund the animal shelter. And we said, how can we help build a new animal shelter? And it turned out that they needed some land. So our group set about to find a piece of land that we could help with this process. And that's what has grown into the pet care campus, or the proposed pet care campus. The Pet Care Campus actually stands for pets and education and training. And the campus will be a 9.75 beautiful piece of property that's sort of centrally located in our community. And it will house the new animal shelter. It will house a spay-neuter clinic, a Humane Society of Putnam County spay-neuter clinic, hopefully an education training center, and our first actual dog park in our community. So we're excited. Our group has grown to take on this huge project, and we're excited about it.
Linda, give our audience a picture of exactly how bad the pet overpopulation in the Cookeville, Tennessee area really is.
Our intake numbers in 2009 were 4,800 with the euthanasia of about 75%. And today, the 2011 numbers from January through the month of September were 2,970 with a 62% euthanasia. So we're making much better strides in more adoptions, more spay-neuter, all of that.
Wow, that's a substantial improvement, and I applaud your efforts, but still, damn, those numbers are still so high. But I have to ask, since I've either been blessed or cursed with Pyrenees in my life, and that really depends on which side of the bed I get up on in the morning, are there a plethora of Pyrenees? I sound like El Guapo from the Three Amigos. Do you see lots of Pyrenees down there in the Cookeville area, the shelters?
one of the things that surprised me is with our shelter, our shelter director told me that more than any other breed of dog, she gets more Great Pyres in there than any other. And that really surprised me that there would be that many in our area. Did you find that when you were traveling through these states?
You know, Linda, unfortunately I have. I mean, yeah, they're all over the South. And you have farmers who want to make a couple of extra bucks. They breed their Pyrenees and sell them out at bargain basement prices to anyone who shows up wanting a cute little white fluffy puff. But also during our travels, I toured a ton of shelters across the country, many of which were highly successful. Did you guys, during the planning phase, try to learn the best practices from other shelters out there?
We've done a lot of that, but that's not to say there isn't more that we can do and should do. But I have personally visited shelters in quite a few different states just because I'm interested in how they work and what they look like and all that sort of stuff. What I kind of have learned from this whole thing is that we're not going to solve the problem of this pet overpopulation with just one approach. And I think that's kind of what maybe you're saying too, is you've got to take a little from here and a little from there and gather what works from all different people. And from our viewpoint, we're approaching it with several angles. You have to approach it from spay-neuter, you have to approach it from adoption, you have to approach it from fundraising, you have to approach it from just so many, from fostering, from dog training, from rescue groups. All of those people need to play a part. And that's, I think, what the strength of the Pet Care Campus will be, is that we're involving so many different entities that hopefully this campus will become an education training center, a place where people will come to hopefully adopt new pets, to play with their existing pets, to get their pets spayed and neutered, to sign up for training classes. The Tennessee Tech University is a part of this project as well, and they have a pre-vet program that they are going to be having their students come and do hours and lab work with the clinic and our shelter. So the whole program should be very synergistic and hopefully be something that this community will really be proud of and that other communities might want to emulate.
Okay, so tell us about the Pet Care Campus. What's the dream and where are you at in the process?
Well, the Pet Care Campus was designed as a destination facility where people who love their animals or are searching for a new animal or need help with their animals would come together. It's designed as an education facility where people will come and learn about different breeds and to sign up for training, to bring their dog to a dog park. We started out with the dream of let's build a new animal shelter, and then we said, well, gosh, if we have, if we're buying land to build the animal shelter, why we know that the spay-neuter clinic needs a new facility. Maybe they could build next to it, and it kind of was like, okay, well then let's do a dog park, and let's do this, and let's do that, and one by one the components came together with the different entities, and Tennessee Tech came in with, they've got a pre-vet program that they'd like to do some training and some classes and things like this. So it's been amazing, and it's been really it's just been really exciting because it's bringing together so many different people from so many different areas of expertise, and we hope that it'll create on this almost 10-acre piece of property. We hope that it'll be kind of a beacon in the state of Tennessee, perhaps even, for people to come and visit, to play with their dog, to adopt a new dog. We even have a Master Gardener program involved they are designing a garden that will be in the middle of the whole thing, so that if you're out at the shelter and you're perhaps looking at a dog that you might want to adopt, you can take that dog for a walk in the garden and go into a separate pre-adoption play area with that dog, let that dog off leash and see how the dog plays and get to know the dog, all the kinds of things that we don't have access to now. So, and we want to make it easy and convenient for people to go right to the spay-neuter clinic, get your dog or cat spayed and neutered, sign up for classes, play with your dog. Hopefully this pet care campus will allow us to do to create events. Perhaps it will be the size of which we can actually stage Bark in the Park there instead of having to go to Allgood to do it. And we can hold dog clinics and training and all kinds of different things. So we've already had people from other counties. You know, they're very curious and they're very anxious to see how this is all going to turn out because they're looking to us to see if we can do it. And so far we are coming down the home stretch. We hope to close on the property in just another week or so, and then we'll get the engineering studies done and begin placing the different entities, and then the city and the county will begin building the animal shelter, and the Humane Society will begin building their clinic, and we'll begin building the dog park with a bequest that was left to us for that. And what we really need is to continue fundraising so that because it will cost to do the infrastructure and to do all the extra things. So we'll begin grant writing and all of that to really make this dream a reality.
That sounds like it'll be a shelter pet utopia, and I can only hope that the Fuzzy Butts and I can visit there when it's completed. We'd like to thank Linda Westin for being a part of Raising Indiana this week. To learn more about the Pet Care Campus down in Cookeville, Tennessee, that's in the foothills of the Smoky Mountains, a very beautiful part of the country, their website is friendsofcpcanimals.org. We want to thank our friends, followers, and fellow dog lovers from Hudson, Indiana, and me. That's your big dog. Keep the faith and puppy up. And folks, support your local shelter or rescue and learn more about canine cancer at 2milliondogs.org.